If you listen to that one in stereo, it's like these little racing cars that go from your right ear to your left ear. It's Jenson Button, he's come early. From 1961, that's Ray Charles. I can't remember it being quite like that back in 1961. Not that I was around in 1961, you understand. A little track called Hit the Road Jack. And I do believe that's what happens to an old classic when Kubrick gets hold of it and remixes it, eh? Well, it's just coming up to 10 o'clock on this Friday night. You're listening to Bass House on 90.1 Hope FM. My name's Brian, with you for a whole nother hour. We don't know how good we've got it. Well, as we head towards 10 o'clock on a Friday night, it's that time once again for the big mix-up. Well, I'm very, very pleased to say that I'm joined in the studio tonight by the one and only DJ Named. Hello, DJ Named, how are you doing?
Hello, you right?
Oh, good, thank you very much. Nice to have you here. Yeah, it's good. Wave at the camera, that's always good. Good to have you in the studio tonight. How's life going, all right?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right? Oh, such enthusiasm. So, been up to much recently?
Well, a couple of days ago we were up at the warehouse doing a full-on drum and bass sesh. About 10 of us there, isn't it?
10 DJs?
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's good, that's good. So you've been doing lots of DJing stuff recently. Done any gigs or anything?
not full-on gigs recently, but I need to get some.
Yeah, so you're available for bookings, weddings, funerals and bar mitzvahs, yeah, is that right?
And clubs.
And clubs. Mainly clubs would be preferable, yeah? Jolly good. Now listen, I hear a rumour that you've kind of been changing your style a little bit, so tell me a little bit about that.
I'm just trying to keep it fresh, you know, open more doors, and the mix I've done today is actually drum and bass and more of the darker, dirtier stuff. And I've always liked both. When I started DJing, I was originally actually going to do drum and bass before hardcore kind of caught my heart, but it's always good to, you know, diversify and go down different routes. So it's
cool.
Definitely what.
That's really cool. So I mean, so you've gone for the drum and bass thing. So why drum and bass as opposed to anything else?
That's a hard question, actually.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's why I asked it.
It's just music I love, really. I mean, I really like it. I like the way you can be subtle with it, and you don't have to kind of, you know, oh, look at me, I'm mixing. It's kind of listen to music, you know, really enjoy it, and it's just got that kind of close your eyes and just completely let go of yourself kind of feel, and I just really like that about it. It's not like the artists aren't crying out, you know, for attention and stuff. It's just kind of one of those genres for the music, and I think that's really good.
Good stuff. So, you're saying you prefer the grimier stuff to the liquid stuff? Would you like a bit of both?
I prefer to play out with grimier stuff. Liquid is awesome to listen to and awesome to chill out to, but in my opinion, if you're going to go out clubbing and if you're going to, you know, do music in club, it has to be epic, and dirty, grubby drum and bass will test the system. It really will, and that's what I love about it. Yeah.
Okay. One of the big moves in this country at the moment, UK kind of culture, has been the dubstep move, which is something that's certainly kind of sprung up in kind of from the UK, from the London area, I think, and particularly DJ Nero has been very kind of key in that. What's your take on the whole dubstep scene?
I'm not a huge fan of dubstep. I do enjoy it, and when it's mixed well and stuff, it's really good. I've got a mate who's part of the Statics crew, which are quite well known. They've been on Radio 1 and stuff, and yeah, I mean, they're, you know, pretty good and stuff, and dubstep's really quite nice, and it's kind of like a half speed of drum and bass, but I'm just one of those people that's a bit of a bass and, you know, adrenaline junkie monkey, you know, and I really do like the whole kind of speed of drum and bass that it gives and kind of the energy it provides it. So I'm more to the drum and bass side than I am anywhere near dubstep.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was just thinking earlier, dubstep, you've really got to have a really big system with a fat sub to be able to appreciate it, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. It really will test So.
Test your system. So if you're listening on your laptop, we're probably not going to do the dubstep thing, are we? You talked a little bit about Statics. You've got some kind of mates. There's certainly a particular friend of yours we had on the show quite recently, who's involved in drum and bass, isn't he?
Yeah, that was DJ Understudy. That was on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's a mate of yours, isn't he?
Yeah.
So has he kind of had much influence on kind of teaching you, or has it all been kind of pretty well self-taught?
It's pretty much been self-taught. I was up at NGM where he was for a good while, and he did teach me a few, tricks of the trade and stuff, and well, it's mainly he left his CD wallet out and his CDJs, so I kind of went through a lot of his music, so that influenced me a lot.
Okay, now you said the C word there, CDJs, now you're more the V word yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, a bit more vinyl, yeah.
Yeah, a bit more the vinyl, okay. That's sounding good to me. Cool, well, I mean, that sounds really, really awesome. I was watching you doing a bit of DJing at this warehouse event on Wednesday, and correct me, it was the first time you'd really mixed with drum and bass on vinyl that day, and you dropped a set that I thought put the rest of us to shame. I'm impressed.
Well, thank you.
That wasn't meant to sound patronising, but I'm saying drum and bass is the way forwards, mate. Okay, tell us a little bit about the mix that you've done for us tonight then.
Okay, the mix I've done tonight is, I picked out a few artists I really love. Spore and Noisia are really up there with me. Spore endlessly will bring out new, fresh stuff, always different takes and different styles of music, and he's a really good artist. And so I've got a few of his tracks and stuff. It kind of, got a bit more like punchy, kind of like raw kind of music, and then you got some more kind of subtle and dark and kind of, almost slower but not kind of music. And I kind of went for the attempt to kind of trying to make it flow and kind of, just continuous instead of like hardcore where it's all just punch, punch, punch. So
rock and roll, that's really good.
Yeah.
So just finally, before we go into the mix, what's the future hold for DJ Named?
Anything and everything.
Okay, any plans, any thoughts for the future?
Just get out there, club, just, I don't know, any, whatever doors open, take them.
Good stuff. So people want to find out more about you, they can contact you. Give us your details.
DJ Named, so that's about DJ NAMED.
Yep.
At hotmail.co.uk.
Yeah,
so that's my email. Yeah. www.myspace.com/DJ Named. That's my MySpace, and contact me through there, and I can spam you links for anything else.
Okay, fantastic. We'll also put your details up on the Facebook group. Make sure you can be contacted through there, and we'll put some details on the Hope FM page as well. Thank you for coming in tonight.
That's all right.
Good stuff. So here we go. Then you're listening to Bass House. It's 10:05, and this is DJ Named in the Big Mix Up.